1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. In 1 Corinthians 14, Paul continues his teaching on spiritual gifts, particularly the gifts of prophecy and speaking in tongues. His overarching message is clear. All spiritual gifts are to be exercised in love and in a way that builds up the church. This chapter is a powerful reminder that while God generously gives gifts to His people, He also provides guidance for their use, ensuring His purposes are fulfilled in harmony and peace. Paul contrasts the gift of tongues with prophecy, emphasizing the importance of understanding and edification within the church. While tongues may serve as a personal expression of the worship to God, prophecy is directed towards strengthening, encouraging, and comforting the community of believers. This reflects God's desire for His people to grow together, not in isolation or confusion, but in unity and clarity. A key theme in this chapter is order. Paul teaches that worship should not be chaotic, but should reflect the nature of God Himself, a God of peace and not disorder. He lays out practical instructions for how the church should operate, showing that God's gifts are not meant to be used haphazardly, but with respect for others and for God's greater plan. This message resonates deeply today. In a world often marked by noise and confusion, God invites us to reflect His peace and order in how we live and serve. Our worship, both in church and in daily life, should be marked by an intentional focus on building others up. Take time to consider how you are using the gifts God has entrusted to you. Are you using them to draw others closer to Him? Do they bring clarity, peace, and encouragement to those around you? Paul's teaching in 1 Corinthians 14 reminds us that spiritual gifts, when exercised in love and submission to God's order, reveal His character to the world. They are not about personal gain or display, but about glorifying God and serving His people. May we seek to align our hearts and actions with His peaceful and purposeful nature, remembering that He is not a God of confusion, but of peace, a peace He calls us to reflect in every part of our lives. Till next week, Maranatha.